Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio on the black market. This coal up here is not keeping up. I changed it to where it's buying a full every 24 hours. It's buying a full chest, just because if we're buying extra, it doesn't really matter that much. I want to update this a bit, where it's doing the pull from all the sides thing. Let's see, that needs to go up like that. You need to come down like that. And this needs to go over like that. Make it look like it was part of the blueprint, even though we did it by hand. All right, and I think that'll get that up. It's just some of these things, it's not coming out fast enough. And probably if I was patient, it would catch up over time. Unfortunately, I am not that. I do, however, want to get this set up. Another lane of iron, because we're running a little bit of low on iron down the line. And for the plans that I have, we're going to need a little bit more of it. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and copy this. Why is that showing up red? Okay, so I guess, has that always done that? I don't recognize that. That's fine. But we can go and place all this down real quick, and we'll get another iron line running. It will certainly be helpful as time goes on. I've realized some things, and by realized, I mean I have read your comments, and thank you very much for those. I haven't researched, I haven't read the manual on this mod very extensively. So some things that I figured out. The Mark II chests, I purchased some of those, and basically they're just bigger. They just hold more things. Did we not have enough? Ow. Went through a lot of inserters. Yeah, so like the buy chest here, Mark II, it's just bigger. That's it. So it probably can be sold for more. It has that going for it. But other than that, I really don't see much use for it in where we're at right now. Perhaps maybe later, or perhaps maybe with fluids or something like that, it might make a little bit more sense. Right now, I'm just not seeing it. And the other thing, I was seeing this right here and thinking that that was a negative, like negative for my money. But what that actually is showing is the price of the item that we currently have selected. So this is showing us the price for the belt. If we go in here and grab some circuits, we can see they're worth 320. Wow, circuits are worth more than the belt? I guess that makes sense. Copper is up to 100. What? 98. There's always been that much? I guess so. Blueprints? Okay, yeah, no. Boy, that'd be fun. So yeah, that's not going into negative. The good news with that is that I'm actually doing a little bit better financially than I thought I was. The bad news with that, I guess there is really no bad news. It's just we're not making as much as we possibly could. So I wanna spend this episode going and trying to generate a bit of cash. Because I think would probably be good with oil, getting that set up now that we have the advanced oil processing. However, it's not quite the buffer that I would like. Can we buy? No, we need steel for that. We just happen to have a big huge pack of it right here. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to get this bus line up and get a little bit more iron into the system. And can I just copy and paste that over? That would be fantastic. All right, it worked. But now we just got to find out if it works. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, just getting this third bus line up and running here. And another thing that I did, and thank you for the reminder, is I went through and set up Q on the auto research. So we're no longer going to spend some time working on science that we may not necessarily need or ever use. All right, we'll get rid of that goofy contraption because I think 3 lines is going to be better than 2. All right, how's that looking? All right, we're getting the 3 lines coming out, which is looking good. And yeah, it's going to get goofy as it comes down here. Line taking offing is, yeah, we're not going to address that in this series. That's another series. All right, let's see. What do we need to do now? I was going to use some of our newfound iron here in a little side project down here. I want to make some more. I want to make cars. Cars or locomotives. I haven't really decided yet, but they seem like they would be a good business to get into, just with the materials that we have, just to help generate a little bit of income. We've got a big, huge backup of engines right now. What is causing this iron problem? That is the question that I have. You guys are... You guys are pulling evenly. These things go away. It's probably you, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's you. You're the one that's causing the uneven lane. And I bet we could fix it if we weren't so concerned about this. There was a post on Reddit that was talking about... Where did my lane balancer book go? Oh, there it is. That right there will do it, right? We just have to take it off of the... take it off of blue mode. Yeah, there was a post on Reddit talking about lane balancing, and it kind of struck my interest because it's something that I spent a little bit of time with in the last series. Their conclusion was that lane balancing was never necessary, and there were charts and graphs and logical arguments. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? We're going to have to do something goofy. That's fine. Goofy. We do that. Yeah, the argument being that the lane balancing was never the problem. I would argue that, and it was really well read out. It was really well thought out. Everything was had a lot of good arguments. I guess my counter to that, I honestly didn't read it all the way through. I just assumed that they'd probably it looked very convincing. But it didn't take me long to say, hey, you know, here was a scenario right here where lane balancing totally mattered. We were only getting half a belt of this coming up, and we were not getting enough iron to make these two machines run. A little bit of lane balancing right here. Not here, but back here where the problem is, completely, totally has got enough iron going up there now, and everything's happy. Didn't even matter that we had the 3 belts of the additional lanes down here. Wasn't a factor. It was all these lines were out to half a belt. Only that could, even though there was technically a full belt coming through here, only half of the belt could have come up. So, whereas in most conditions, yeah, it's probably not that big of a deal and not really necessary. I really didn't get into it until the last series, where I really saw the problem that it was creating and how to easily fix it. Well, I guess if you want to call that easily. If you have the single lane splitter mod, it's actually much better. But yeah, there was a real world solution why lane balancing can be and is generally a very, very good thing. Another situation where it can occur is It's mostly caused, if you don't know anything about lane balancing. If you know what I'm talking about here, you know, just go ahead and skip forward a couple of seconds. Basically, inserters have the tendency to pull off of the inside of the belt, and if you look really closely, you can see the outside lane is not moving nearly at the pace that the inside lane is. So what happens is it makes this lane back up, and that translates all the way down through your bus. Now, you're seeing a little bit of that right here. You can see that, you know, it's uneven. It's just completely uneven, and it has to do with the way you pull off. Now, over here, we have equal numbers of inserters pulling off of both sides, so we don't get that problem as much. It's not as well defined. However, in something like this, where you have a long belt, all your inserters on one side, it's going to happen. So one thing you can do is this contraption right here, which feeds the belt as good as it can, but if you can zoom in right here, even though it's primarily feeding the right side, it's pulling evenly on both the left and the right here, if you can kind of see that coming in, which is why this is called a lane balancer and why it's so good. What its purpose is. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, no, that was the big cause. One of the big causes right here is having inserters on the side of the belt, and we're just doing the exact same thing right here. Probably need to address that. Probably will. The other big cause of it is whenever you're merging lines together, and where were we doing that at? For science, right here. What will happen in this situation, whenever you're just side loading it on the side here, you can see the inside belt is the only one moving. The outside line is staying still. So this is causing a backup that goes all the way onto the bus, even though it's not as apparent. But if you look down here, you can see the inside lane is moving at a little faster pace than the outside lane. Actually, it's pretty even due to the way that we're pulling off probably further down here. But you get the gist. You get the gist. So now that I want to just put my lane balancing soapbox down, and we're going to look at making some automobiles. Now, are all you guys running now? You're not. Are you guys running at full capacity now? You seem to be low on gear wheels. Now, what's up with that? I thought it was a 1-to-1 ratio here. It appears that it is not. Let's rebuild this. It's not gonna be much different, just a little bit different. Because I do want to put enough room down in here, just to throw a balancer on here, just to I want to address the part of the audience that is really opposed to lane balancing, and those that are sick of hearing of it for me talking about it for the last 15 minutes. Just by building one more completely unnecessary contraption in here. All right. Okay, so what if we did, we'll do one gear machine, one of these machines, one of these, and we need one more. Gears. You. All right. Let's upgrade to fast inserters all around here. And one more right up there. Now, we may not have enough iron now. We got the extra lane, though, so that should definitely help. And let's get 2 of you in. And you need iron, and you need iron. Do you need 2 iron? I don't know. We'll get it like that. So now everyone has a machine and a half dedicated to gears. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't need that right there. All right, let's see what that looks like. Okay, iron plate. All right. Okay, the problem is we're now running low on iron plate. We're getting a full belt in here. We're getting a full belt in here. Hmm. Yeah, I know. Oh, right about. Boy, I'm spending way too much time on this one machine. This is important stuff, though. Things need to be built. Things need to be built that will work. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Oh, will that just fit in there like that? Sure will. All right, and all that work we did for the belt balancing is for naught, because this one's going to be off balance now. But it'll be better, right? It'll be better than what it was. And these guys are full. They are producing constantly. Everybody has enough iron. Everybody's happy. Everybody's free. Very nice. All right, let's see. I was going to look into building some more. I was going to get the excess of this stuff to throw into some automobiles. Let's see. How can we do that effectively? What do we need for a car? A lot of iron, a little steel, and a lot of engines. This is going to continue on. We're going to be making science here-ish. Kind of. Ooh, you know what? We're not... We got some space right here. So if we took you up... Up here and grab some more belt. Probably need to take some of this excess belt and just put it in a chest. Do we have any chests? No, we don't, but I can easily make one. Actually, we had a million wooden boxes. That probably would have been fine. Let's just grab the excess of those and put them in that chest up there, so that way those will continuously make. I don't want to sell those. They're just really not worth a lot. But I would like to have some in my pocket. All right. Iron or steel. Steel is right down here. Those go somewhere else? Oh, no, they're right here. All right. Hey, I got it on the first time. That doesn't happen very often. Okay, that's gonna come on up. Whoa. Little faster place incident there. I haven't had that happen in a while. Okay, you guys both come on up. And we want to get a filter right here. I want to filter off the machines, these guys right here, electric mining drills to the left. Yep. And send you guys on up. And then we're going to need one factory. Let's switch that up. Let's move you to the right. We'll take you that way. And put you right there. You will make the cars. And I don't know if we're going to be able to support more than one. How long does it take to make a car? 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to support more than one. Do we have a cell chest? We do. Let's get that going. And Kitch's Autos is now officially into business. Have a little bit of method to my madness here. Let's see. You're going to pull from the inside. And you're going to pull from the outside? Am I seeing that right? No, you're pulling from the outside of the belt. I'm not doing this in any kind of like seriousness or anything. It's me just mostly kind of playing around with Factorio mechanics. All right, let's go ahead and pull this on around so we get some steel in there. And you're both pulling from the same side of the belt. What does a guy got to do to get you pulling from a different side of the belt? What if we just did it flat in like that? All right, now you're pulling from the inside. Now you're pulling from the outside. All right, you're coming from that side, you're going from that side. All right, that's what we were trying to do. Oh, absolute silliness. All right, oh no, not 1 hour, 24. There we go. All right, up to 5 million. I didn't check what it was before we started manufacturing automobiles, but liking this a lot. And boy, are we going through some iron here. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Because of that pulling problem that we have, it's this one right here now. That's the one that's causing it. You see we have 3 sides here that are all filled up. And no matter what, we only get one side of the belt there. I guess what we could do... Where would we want to do that at? We'd want to do it right... See, that one should be balanced. It should be this one causing it. Yeah, that's where it starts. We could fit a 1 lane here. I don't know if it would fit, though. Not in any reasonable way. We could do it further down, but at this point, it's already taken care of. Well, I may, in between episodes, move this up a little bit just to get another lane balancer in there. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn this into a preachy lane balancer obsession, but it's been on my mind since I saw that Reddit post, and since it's something that it came up a lot in the last series. Okay, so we're out of these already. Look at all these cars, though. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be rich. This is fantastic. All right, but thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode where I am going to get on oil. I will. That's what I promise. All right, thank you for watching. See you next time.